Well, hello guys, today we are here again from Inside Geeks, this time with a new gaming mouse for you guys. This time we have the Logitech G102 Prodigy, which is the mouse I've told you that I had ordered on the G100S review, and today it has finally arrived, so we're gonna make a quick preview on it and a review about this mouse. So, as you see, this time we actually have a box, but it's a really small box, as you see. On the front we have the G102 Prodigy mouse, some Logitech logos in Korean, because this is a mouse that is first available on the Korean market. It's not yet on the European market, I think. And we have the 6000 DPI information, and on the side we have some technical specifications about the mouse, which we have here the DPI from 200 to 6000, the glide, the polling rate, and the processor. Nothing too interesting. On the side we have the G102 Prodigy name, and on the back we have once again just some more text that illustrates the features included in this mouse. We have RGB lighting up to 6.8 million colors, up to 6000 DPI sensor, and that's it. Also the reference to 6 programmable buttons, which is the main plus on this mouse, alongside an upgraded sensor when comparing to the G100S. So we're gonna open up, or try to open up, the box, and as you will see, it is a pretty simple box. We just have nothing else inside, so just gonna put it away, and here we have the mouse. The mouse comes with its cord around this cardboard thing, and in here we have the manual and warranty claims from Logitech. So here we have the G series logo. We're just gonna unwrap the cable before we do anything. After unclipping this cable cinch, we have the mouse inside this little plastic, more like a foam protective cover, and here we have the G102 Prodigy. The mouse clicks feel really good. They are Omron switches on the left and the right side click, alongside with a K encoder in the scroll wheel. But let's go and do an overview. As you can see here, this shape might be similar to those of you that already know the Logitech G Pro, because the shape is the exact same. It's basically an upgraded version of the G100S, and here we have the Logitech logo. We have 2 buttons on the side, one DPI switch, 2 buttons, and the wheel. Even though it is classified as an ambidextrous mouse, the fact that you have only buttons on the left side might deter some of left-hand users to buy this. So, but let's go on what's under. Here we have 4 Teflon pads alongside one around the sensor. This sensor is a really good sensor for the price. It's a budget version of the one in the G Pro, which has the name of, if I'm not mistaken, PWM 3330. But the main thing about the sensor, it is capable of speeds of consistent tracking up to around 4.5 meters per second, which is really good for a mouse that costs about $30. Another thing that I'm gonna mention is how good this cord feels. It's not one of those bulky braided cords that many companies use nowadays. It's a lightweight cord. It won't get stuck anywhere, and it will glide really well along the table. So I think this is it for now. I'm just gonna show you how my hand will probably rest on the mouse. As you can see here, it's probably gonna be like a fingertip grip, which I'm a user of. I'm just gonna now do a quick comparison between this mouse and the G100S, alongside weighted comparisons between both, so I'll be right back. Well, so now we're back, and here we have the 2 mouses at your disposal, and as you can see, they are really similar. I think in length they're about the same size, and maybe when you see them like this, you will see that they have almost the same dimension. So those of you that like the G100S, I'm sure that they will like the G102. The G102, though, it feels way better built. It has a better coating, so it won't slip as easy on your hand as the G100S will. I will also give you some clicks of each mouse so you can hear the difference. So this is the G100S. This is the G102. So as you can see, the G102 feels more tactile and also sounds more tactile. So up next, I'm gonna do a comparison in weights between the two. I'm gonna start by weighing the G100S. As you can see here, I got 82 grams for this G100S. We have about 5 more grams for the G102. So it's just a matter of whether you like a lighter mouse or prefer something. I mean, it's not even that big of a difference, to be honest, because once you take this and you feel the much better quality, it feels like a really worthy upgrade comparing to the G100S. But since this is all just build quality issues and nothing really real world using, so let's go back. Let's start by seeing its performance. Now we're going to talk about performance. The G102 Prodigy sensor is a PWM 3330, and it is rated about 4 to 4.5 meters per second, like we said before. As you can see on this mouse test, it is really what we are able to get. We got consistent trackings up to 4 meters per second, which is just enough for everyone in any kind of situation. I don't think anyone will need that much more speed than that in any kind of situation. Even for CSGO players with their huge flicks, this mouse should be enough. Talking about prediction and acceleration, I didn't see any of its kind on either Overwatch or Team Fortress 2, which were games that I usually play. I haven't tried it in CSGO, and there were none that I could easily see. Prediction was tested on Microsoft Paint by drawing those lines and see if they were straight or not with any kind of prediction. But since I say it, like, the sensor is really flawless. I really enjoyed playing with this mouse. So in what regards performance, this mouse is a definitive upgrade over the G100S, especially because the sensor doesn't feel like it has any kind of smoothing, like I referred in the G100S review. I'm gonna give you a quick preview of all the software included with this mouse. Here you can switch between onboard memory and automatic game detection. Over here you can go and assign different settings for the each of the mouse buttons, so they work as you like. You can also unassign any of the buttons if you find clicking them when you don't want. For example, the DPI cycle button, for those of you that don't use more than one DPI setting, you can easily unassign it, or you can change the number of levels over here. The DPI cycles can go up to 6000 DPIs, but 800 DPI is the setting that I use, and I think that is the optimal setting for this sensor, because as you have seen before, it reports up to 4 meters per second on tracking. So now we also have a tab about lighting, where you can see that you can change between a color cycle or a breathing effect alongside the brightness and the rate of the lighting itself. Besides that, you can choose any color of the RGB spectrum right over here. You can choose it however you want, and you can also sync the colors between your devices in case they are all from Logitech. This tab right here allows you to record your gameplay during a set number of time, and it allows you to see what was your heat map, which is the most used keys or the most used mouse parts on that little time that you've used it. So the next tab, you got the general settings. You can also update the firmware, got some default profiles, but everything else is, there isn't much else to it. You just gotta say that this is a good gaming mouse. So this is it for the G100, and we're gonna finish this review. So we're gonna finish this review with our closing thoughts on the mouse. So hello guys, now we're gonna finish our review about the Logitech G102 Prodigy, and after using it extensively for about a month, I am completely sure to say that it feels like an upgrade to the G100S in every single way. The sensor performs better, the skates are better, the mouse feels better put together, it has a higher build quality. It has like a bit of extra 5 grams of weight, and it is more centered around the front, which means that those of you that need more precision than the G100S offers due to the weight, I think it would be a suitable upgrade. It also has side mouse buttons, which was one of the main complaints with the original G100S, and you have all of this for around 20 more euros than the original one. You can find this mouse for about 35 euros more or less, comparing to the 15 euros of the G100S. So for those of you that have a little bit bigger budget, I really recommend to get the G102 Prodigy instead of the G100S. It also has RGB lighting, because you know that everything is better with RGB lighting, am I right? So as always, if you have any questions about this mouse, feel free to leave a comment below, like this video, share it with your friends, and let us know what you want for our next videos. See you in the next video, guys.